What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. So right now we are in the garage. As you can see, the S15's trunk is all one color, but has a little bit of clear coat damage. I don't even know if you can see it on camera, but the wrap left a little bit of crap on the clear, so just all the smudges you're still seeing is like just still some adhesive on there. I was using one of these guys, a little decal remover vinyl thing. Works pretty good, but anyways, that's not what today is about. Today, we are talking about these ISR boxes that have been lurking menacingly in the background. Oh, don't want to leak my address here, but as you guys can see, this is just, whoa, not that. This right here is just a gasket for the intake manifold, so that's just whatever. But I got some bolts, gaskets, and a test pipe. So there are a bunch of options and stuff for test pipes, and you can use tie, you can use some just stainless, but this exhaust is so simple and just stainless, so I was like, I'm gonna go with this, and ISR is just a great budget, good company to work with and deal with, so that's why I picked one of these guys, and it was the one that was the most in stock and that could get here the fastest, so can't really complain about that. But I think we're gonna get after this right now, so I'm gonna start checking out the underneath there. I kind of sized them up, but like that's why the box is already open, just to see, because this is for a 240SX, and like I kind of was researching online if S15 ones are different, and like I was kind of getting mixed what's it called, like answers, so I guess we'll kind of see, but it looked okay, and the flanges looked right and all that, so I'm sure it'll be fine, but just I was kind of a little nervous. But other than that, I'm gonna throw some WD-40 on the bolts on the cat inside, and then we're gonna get after it. And then after that, we got some more goods to go over. All right, got the little cat shield off, pop this old girl off, and then I got a light under there now. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing, but it should be pretty straightforward, as always. All right, just broke the first bolt. Not broken, but like broke it loose. So the first of 4. Yes, sir. Come on, baby. There we go. Hey, there she is. Woo! All right, we're gonna do a little something here. As you saw, if you watched the last video, you know I did plugs and I did the valve cover and gasket and all that stuff, so we gotta make sure that nothing leaks and everything runs right, of course, right? After you do that kind of stuff. So, we might as well check that out while we're open downpipe, right? See what the Silvia sounds like, open downpipe. Right, guys? I don't know. A little part of me just wants to hear it, and I also was like, I gotta see if the engine leaks after I did the valve cover. So, 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Okay, I'll get you guys set up, and we'll do some stupid shit. Oh yeah, dude! Jesus! I need to get out of here. Like, I might actually get like monoxide poisoning here, because like this is fucked. Like, it stinks. It's so, oh, Jesus Lord. Oh my God, like I got a headache now. I'm gonna do a little once over on the SR20. Holy fuck, my heart's beating fast. To make sure it just doesn't leak any oil or anything. Not that like that would be enough to really show, but I don't know. I think I'm going crazy mode. My head's hurting and stuff. I'm gonna take a break from it here. All right, after those shenanigans, that was fun. The SR doesn't appear to be leaking, but it didn't run for very long, so I won't really know until later, which is fine. But no immediate leaks. But I got all this taken out of the packaging now. Look at this build quality. This thing is so nice. And the inside's very pretty. Very nice piece. But now to see if it fits. Now, if it doesn't fit, this isn't ISR's fault. I just want that to be pointed out. This is an S15, and there's no like ISR doesn't make a direct like S15 bolt up yada yada, right? Because like most of these American companies haven't really had much S15s to work on because they just became legal and yada yada, right? So from what I searched up, it seemed like they fit, but it might be the tiniest bit too short. There's a chance of that, but I don't know, we'll see. Honestly, let's give her a shot and then we won't know until we try. All right guys, first test fit. Test fit the test pipe. You feel me? I don't know which way the flanges go, but we'll figure that out, I guess. It seems like this, right? Yes, maybe. Oof. Oh, maybe yes. This is gonna be very close. It might be. It should be okay, I think. Ah! Oh my god. I need, like, if I had 3 hands, this would be perfect. Okay. This should just stay here-ish, kind of, right? Oh god. Oh, that noise! Ugh. Cringe. I just scratched my nail on the side of the exhaust. Ugh. Bro, it's like fucking, like, what's it called? Nails on a chalkboard. Alright, so it's in there. This angle is so bad. I can't really. It's hard when you're 2 feet off the ground, but it's not. It's just snug right now. It's not tight, but so far it seems okay. I'm gonna get out from under the car and talk about it a little. Alright, so it's all back together. I am just gonna start the car really fast again. I think it's gonna leak because there's like there's just one part that's not super on there great, and I think I just need to mess with like the way it's sitting, but more or less I just want to see. I was like, might as well just try that it's on there and just see, like, start it quick, see if it leaks, turn it back off, just a quick little on and off. But I'll set you guys up just so you guys can get a little sound clip. Okay, well, oh Jesus! Now that there's no cat, it's fucking shooting shit everywhere. God damn. But it didn't sound like there was an exhaust leak, so I got under there and like felt around it too. I couldn't feel anything popping out. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna know, to be honest, until I go drive this car again. But as of now, it seems okay, so I'm happy with that. All right, now that I gave myself another 5 minutes to get out of the carbon, my chest really hurts. This is not good. I need to chill out a little, but as you guys can see, the car sounds good, and like it's just a little louder. It's not much. Like, it's the cat. It was a stock cat. Like, I wasn't sure if it was punched out or anything, but I don't know if you guys can see that in there. She's full. Well, maybe the other side's got a better angle. Whoa, this thing's running away from me. Yeah, I can't really get a good angle with the camera, but believe me, there's stuff in there. It was doing cat things. But no longer. It had no O2 sensor in it though, but it had a plug in it, so that was weird. I think they must have deleted one of the O2 sensors when they did the swap or something, and I don't know. I'll have to look into that more, but the car is now has an exhaust. There will be more exhaust stuff coming. I got a nice adapter for my O2 housing that I have, so that'll be nice to throw on there. Let that turbo breathe a little more, and the reason I didn't do a downpipe is because I already have an aftermarket downpipe. I don't know, there's like a thing on it, but there's no name on it, so it's like some, you know, some Jap brand that I don't know. But other than that, cat delete, finished. All right, guys, it is the next day, and we got some parts in. Just a little part. This already had the Megan Racing turbo elbow, but shout out to Circuit Sport. If you guys saw my TikTok or my YouTube short, this is a little like O2 bung adapter. You can also just use it as a plug if you want, but you pull this out, it's got a bolt and a bolt, and you can thread in a smaller, small O2 sensor, which is pretty cool. So I'm like 99% sure this is the right thread pitch, but I have the O2 sensor in the car loose right now, so I'm gonna pop it out real quick and we're gonna just test fit that this threads in, because it threads into this, but I just wanna make sure the O2 sensor threads into the smaller part. Here's the old girl. Just throw this in together. Look at that, the fitment is so good too. I was worried of like how the sensor was gonna stick out, but it sticks out perfect. Look at that, nice and flush. That good boy. Shout out Circuit Sport, good product. All right guys, I knew it was gonna happen just looking at how the bolts were, and they were really sketch looking, but focus. Yeah, I knew it. I sprayed them and like I put heat at them and stuff, but it is what it is. Shit happens. Now we just gotta keep going and nothing really we can do. I mean, obviously, if it could not happen, then it would be great, but also it's like, we got a whole winter to deal with this, so. Either way, let's keep her going. Two for two, baby. Oh well, whatever. It is what it is. I'm just gonna probably order a stud kit and stuff right now for turbo, and hopefully they want to come out nice on the turbo. I'm not excited to have to extract these, but it's okay. We'll get it done. Three, 4, 3. Oh my gosh, they're all breaking at like the same spot roughly too. And I don't know, you could say I'm doing it wrong or whatever. It's like they're all sprayed, they all have heat. It's just they'll go a turn and then you're like, okay, and then it just snap. So it's one of those things, exhaust bolts sometimes just fight you, and that's what they're doing right now. So I had the same methods on the Evo, and I broke one bolt in the turbo, but all the other three were good, but it's just, I don't know, I don't have like, it'd be nice to have one of those things that you stick on the bolt and it just like makes the bolt like red hot, like it looks like a coil. Those are super cool. I'd like to have one of those, but I'm using what I got, and the torch is not enough. So where we're at now is these ones broke, as you guys saw. I'm heading under the car right now. I'm gonna take off the downpipe because I'm gonna take off the downpipe because it's gonna be easier to get at those bottom two bolts, I think, from the back or underneath, and the downpipe's just kind of in the way because from the engine bay it's really a pain, honestly. But we will see. I'm gonna just either way. I'm gonna take the downpipe off because once I get all the O2 housing stuff off, I'm gonna have to get those other bolts out. So I'm gonna need the most space as possible. So we're gonna rip that downpipe off real quick. All right. Oh, see if I can pull this thing out. There we go. Here's my downpipe. Beautiful. It's aftermarket, and there's like a stamp on the side, but I don't even think there's a name on it. Yeah. Like, oh. Focus RSR. And then a bunch of Japanese letters. Okay, RSR downpipe for an SR20. Cool. I knew it was aftermarket, just like looking at it, you can tell. But nice, that's cool to know now. Now I'm gonna get under there and keep working on the O2 housing or turbo elbow, whatever you wanna call it. Cause this is just going great. Woo! Yes! We got it out. There it is. So here's the old O2 housing, turbo elbow, whatever you wanna call it. They have the old EGR setup just like welded shut there, as you can see. And this thing was such a pain because it was like in the way when I was getting a wrench on the bottom one, so that took forever. But it's off, it's the most important part. Unfortunately, three of the bolts broke. The other two were nuts, and those came off real easy. Well, not easy, but like they were way easier than those. So now the next kind of step, this is just a crappy little exhaust shield on there, but the next little step now is to decide because I think what I might do is because since it's a Garrett, the center of the housing is just bolted together. So I might take the housings apart and leave the whole cold side on there and just pull the exhaust housing from the back, just yank it off, and then I can, we can just deal with it outside of the car. Because honestly, that might just be way easier than fishing around in the in that area, because that's just gonna be honestly quite the disaster if I am just sitting under there and like, you know, just using the methods. And then it keeps the mess to a little, way smaller thing. So I think that's the next plan, is rip that out. But either way, progress is being made. And then there's some steps backwards, but it's okay. So some things might have escalated here, because now that I just kind of realized that the way the stock manifold is just like in the way to the max with the center bolts to take the turbo apart. I might just take the whole turbo out. I'm at the point where I'm like, because the threads, I'll show you guys, they're bottom mounted. Well, the nuts, I should say, for the actual manifold. So I can't just take the manifold off. And even if I unbolted this, then I wouldn't really have much room to pull this out. So I might just pull the whole header off. I'm like debating, but like, man, this, for a 4-cylinder, this access is just not great. But I don't know, I have a little bit of thinking to do if I take the whole manifold off or not. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna think, because then at that point, because I'm already ordering gaskets for turbo stuff, so at that point I might as well legit just rip the whole turbo side apart and just reseal everything. Alright, what's up guys, we're back. It is the next day. The turbo is like this close to coming out. I'm not sure what the last clip you guys saw was, but that's okay. I let the bolts for the header just bake overnight, because I coated them in some like just WD-40 type stuff. And then first thing this morning, again, I sprayed them again. So like, I had good luck doing that in the Evo. So I think I'm gonna just try, I want to try to do the same thing, let it kind of soak for a while. So now we're gonna test our luck, and hopefully we don't break those, because that would be very sad, but we're gonna throw some heat at them too. Oh, fuck's sakes, man. This should be it. Emphasize on should. Fucking thing, man. This turbo has been such a pain. Honestly, not the whole turbo. It's really only been the coolant lines are so frustrating on this thing. Oh. Okay, now it should come out. There she comes, fucking bitch. Yes, sir, let's go. We got it, guys, finally. God, that took way too long, but it's okay. It's out now. This thing was such a little, oh my gosh, so annoying. But anyways, turbo delete onto Silvia. We're going NA. No, I would never. Unless I'm doing a V8, but yeah, good. As you guys saw here, I split the turbo from the manifold. So just got the bare Garrett now. That is gonna be where that sits for now. I got all my other parts on that shelf. But basically right now, the turbo's at a halt because of the bolts in the back that are broken. As you guys saw, and I don't have a welder, so I gotta wait for one of my friends with a welder. So then I can borrow the welder and then I can weld the nut and pull them out. So the turbo kind of sits as is right now because of that, and also I'm waiting for parts because I'm refreshing the whole exhaust side with all new gaskets and everything, just, you know, because like even this little paper gasket is like chunks, like it's brittle and old and just needs, all the gaskets need a good refresh, so that's the plan for that. But for now, I'm gonna take a little food break, eat some pizza. All right guys, so I think that'll be the end of this video today because more just waiting for parts and stuff, and the only thing I really have to do is control arms, and that is gonna be in the next video, I promise. I know I said that in the last video, but the turbo stuff honestly came out of nowhere, and I really didn't expect to have to take apart the whole turbo setup. But I'm glad I did now, because now it's gonna be all redone and it's all gonna be simplified. A lot of those hard lines are gonna get deleted, because honestly it's just more failure points, and just for ease of access I'm gonna switch to different style of lines. But either way, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. The next video is gonna come out in the next 2-3 days after this one, so stay tuned for that. Put those post notifications on and subscribe. But other than that, thanks for watching. Have a good night, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. Peace out.